Good day, welcome to my project video. This is Zero Knowledge Biometric Password Manager. My name is Kaidi Daniel Akila, and basically, just to start off with zero knowledge proofs. Now, what is zero knowledge proofs or ZKPs? ZKPs are a way of proving you know something without actually revealing the secret itself. So, for an example, I can prove I know a password, but I never have to send the password across the internet. My project is a zero knowledge password manager, and basically what it does is it combines three main ideas: zero knowledge authentication, so the server never learns your password; biometric security, using both fingerprint and facial recognition; and as well as Shamir secret sharing, which basically lets you recover your account securely. And basically, in simple terms, it's a password manager that protects your secrets even if the server is hacked. And that is what this password manager is. Now, you might be thinking, why zero knowledge proof? So basically, today we live in a world where billions of passwords are somewhat exposed through data breaches. Traditional password managers rely on server-side encryption and central servers, which can lead to a single point of failure. My project is different as it combines biometrics, zero knowledge proofs, and as well as Shamir secret, and it never exposes the password or biometric data to the server. By combining biometrics with zero knowledge proofs, we then get authentication that is both strong and private, which means that if the server is hacked for some reason, the hacker learns nothing about a user's credential. Now, going to the problem statement, password breaches are on the rise. Existing password managers rely on server-side encryption. Biometric authentication is widely used, but has not really been used with zero knowledge proofs for password storage. And account recovery is also a major weakness in some systems. Now, the core problem that we're trying to solve is how can we create a password management system that ensures security using zero server-side knowledge while using and providing secure biometric authentication and recovery mechanisms. Just quickly with the literature review works, like I said, password systems, traditional password systems are vulnerable to brute force attacks, dictionary attacks, and predictable patterns as well on personal information. Biometric authentication have both a unimodal and a multi-modal system. Multi-modal systems are better than unimodal systems as it improves accuracy, and WebAuthn is also used in biometrics for web-based biometric authentication. We all know 2FA, which is multi-factor authentication, and it reduces unauthorized access, and zero knowledge proofs is just getting and ensuring secure authentication without credential transmissions. The innovation in my project is basically implementation of biometric integration with zero knowledge password management, Shamir secret sharing recovery, as well as only client-side encryption. So passwords or plaintext or biometric data never get seen by the server. Then we get our system architecture. Basically, we have the ZKP, then we have the biometrics, and then we have our Shamir recovery for distributed shares. And basically, the technology is front end, which is Next.js for TypeScript. And then we then get our back end, which is we use API routes from MongoDB and our database for Postgres. And then we use certain things such as AES, which is an advanced encryption system, or SHA for SHA hashing 256. And then we use biometrics, both facial and a face API for facial recognition, as well as JWT for sessions as well. And our recovery, we use a threshold scheme 5 and 3. So you have 5 shares and you only need 3 shares to recover your password. The 3 core implementations are basically zero knowledge authentication, which I implemented using PBK, password variation, which basically uses a key, basically key generation, and zero knowledge proof generation as well. Then we also use JWT for session management. But biometric integration, we've implemented both fingerprint and face recognition. So basically no biometric data is transmitted. Pipeline 3 is basically Shamir secret sharing, which gets a share generation and a threshold scheme that is both encoded and checked for validation, so it's not been tampered with. And basically, Like I said, we used multiple functions such as your hash SHA-256, your PBK, your AES, and also 100,000 iterations to stop brute force attacks as well. These are just a matrix, so basically memory efficiency. Since we're using MongoDB, we can store as much entries as possible. 5 seconds for biometrics, and you need 3 out of 5 shares as well. And then basically our results, which is what we want, and what we have and what I build is basically zero knowledge architecture, which basically stores no plain text password for storage or transmission. There's always only client-side encryption for client-side password creation, and as well as database schema validations as well. Biometric integration, basically we're using both fingerprint and facial recognition alongside zero knowledge proofs. And then recovery systems, we're using Shamir for reconstruction and constructing as well. And we also have activity logs, which I will show you as well. And basically, these are just critiques and some stuff. So basically, you do need a little bit of knowledge in terms of Shamir recovery. You have to have a device that either has a webcam or fingerprint. Future work, we can conduct penetration testing just to test more on the validation of security. And in terms of conclusion, what we built is a ZKP, a system that has ZKP, biometrics, Shamir recovery, and is a very secure password manager. And that's the presentation. Basically, I'm actually going to show you the code, and this is what you do, and this is how you on your home screen is the zero knowledge password manager. Basically, you can get started or you can log in. Usually, if you want to get started, you take it to your register page. If you want to log in, you can log in with either biometrics or password. But what I'm going to do for you is basically I'm going to go to my temp mail, and I'm actually going to just register for you so you can see how the whole flow works. I'm going to put in a simple password. I'm not going to tell you the password, but basically we're then going to register. And then basically what you're going to see is we have shares. Now these shares are what you're going to use to recover your password. So you have to save them properly. So you have options to either copy or actually send it. So this uses port 465, which is a secure port for transmission. And basically in the code I built it. So basically you can send it securely to a user. Here I'm just gonna, like put my own email so you can just see that it works basically, and then I'm gonna send it. And then basically you can also copy these shares. So I'm just gonna copy all these here. As you can see, I'm probably gonna get an email soon. As you can see, look, it's been sent to my email. So there's the share value and everything here. So I'm gonna compose this. I'm just gonna paste this here just so it's easy access. I'm just gonna paste this here. Oh no, I'm just gonna paste this here. Oh, you can also press the copy button as well, but ideally you're gonna send this to all your trusted people or all your trusted devices via email. And basically you only need 3, but obviously I'm just gonna copy all this, and I'm just gonna copy the last one so you can know that everything works properly. Cool. So basically now we're gonna continue to our setup. And once you've completely done that, you can then set up your biometric authentication, or you could skip this whole process if you're really not feeling like it. But for now, I'm just gonna set up my biometric. So we have our uni model where we have a fingerprint, our face recognition. You can choose which one you want. But obviously, if you have a device and it doesn't detect that you have a fingerprint, then obviously you use face recognition if you have a cam, and vice versa. Right now, in terms of face, I'm gonna do the face recognition. Hopefully, like, it works. So basically, I'm gonna then position my face over here. I'm gonna capture my face, and basically what it does is then it captures my face. It tells me the quality and basically my device. And now, when I'm done, I can just completely, you can either recapture or you can completely just register. Once you've registered successfully, It's then gonna take you to the home page, and this is the home page where you see everything. So you see your activity logs, so you can see any failed or successful attempts onto the system. So right there you can see registration, we registered at this time. For the first registration, it also logs you in, so you can create that JWT for sessions, and as well as user registration using my face as well. If you used fingerprint, it would say fingerprint here as well. Back to the dashboard. Now, if you remember, basically this is a password management system. So what I did was you can actually store passwords that you have here properly and securely. So now we're gonna add new passwords. So website, let's just say Manchester United. That's the website. Here I'm just gonna say Manchester, and then we can also type in our password that we want, or we can generate a password. So I usually like to generate the password, and our master key can be anything. So I'm just gonna say Bruno 123. Okay, so we're gonna save the password, and now we can view our password for our website, and then we can enter the master password to decrypt. So basically say Bruno 123, and then we can decrypt the password, and basically we can see that this is our password that we created for this website. And you can use this to store any password for any website. And basically, as you can see here, we have BSX, so just remember that. And basically we're gonna do this, and we're gonna edit, so you can generate a new password if you've forgotten your password, and you can then type in your actual master password that you use to create this website, and you can update the password. And then now if we want to view it again, we have to go through the same process and then decrypt, and then we then show our password, and you can see it's changed. It was 3 letters in the beginning, now it's comma 5W, so obviously the password has changed. And you can also delete a website as well, and that will be deleted. If we actually go back to our activity logs, you can see that it actually logs all these things that we do in our system, so you always know that if for some reason the system has been compromised, you know what's been done. Any success statuses, any failed success logins, you can see we deleted our password, we created the password, we updated it, and then we deleted it. So you can see all that. One more thing that I want to show you is the recovery. So let's say you forgot your password. So let's say you forgot your password, and basically you sorry for raising my voice there. So basically that's the email address that we used, that you can then continue to recovery. Now remember all the shares that were brought to you when you registered. What you're gonna do is you then gonna take this, and then one by one, literally, and you can also access it across the different emails that you sent as well, and you can put this in any order and it'll still work as well. So basically what we're gonna do is this, and then hopefully all these shares are correct. Obviously if they're not correct, then it's not gonna recover your account, but if they are, and we click recover account, you can see the password for your account, which is this one, which is mine. And then now you can successfully log in. Let me just get this email again. Successfully log in, and then you can log in with your password, and it also shows once you've entered successfully that you logged in with your ZKP manager. Now it also shows that you logged out, and basically these 2 logins. So basically it counts as a login if you register. If you recover your password, and obviously just logging in again. And basically that's how it works. That's the password vault, that's the activity logs, that's the Shamir secret for recovery. That's the biometrics. We can come in here. Actually, this is actually a good idea. We can come in here and we can log in with our biometrics, and we can authenticate with biometrics. And then this is my face right now. Put this here. You capture your face, and hopefully now I'm logged in with my face. So basically that's how it works, and that's how it captures. So a lot of things we've gone through in this zero knowledge proofs, biometrics, both face and fingerprint, and as well as Shamir secret with recovery as well, and zero knowledge proof has been used in the vault, in passwords, and in biometrics as well. So yes, this is my whole system. Thank you for watching, and yes, have a good day.